What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the report. Welcome back to a brand new video, man. The Miami Heat have just made a signing. They have signed Patty Mills from the buyout market, have waived Drew Smith off their roster, and Patty Mills is a Miami Heat. Welcome to Miami, Patty Mills. We're going to be reacting to this. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Stick around to the end of the video, man. Give me your thoughts on the comment section below. This is not like the biggest signing in the world, but it's a signing that could make a difference. So I do want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think this means for the team. And yeah, let's get right into it, man. So Patty Mills is on the team now. First of all, Drew Smith gets waived. Drew Smith is, I was kind of wondering why he didn't get waived yet, because he was a player who was going to be missing the entire season with his unfortunate injury, man. That injury was so unfortunate for Drew Smith. I feel so bad for him, but we should have waived him, long before, but Patty Mills is on the team now. He is his replacement, and now we have 3 point guards on this roster that are on this team, and that is Terry Rozier, Patty Mills, DeLon Wright, the point guards of the Miami Heat for the playoff run. What do you guys think, man? I'm actually pretty happy with this signing. Now, I do think we should have used that on some size, especially after signing DeLon Wright. I do think we should have got someone with size, but that was back then. Right now, there's not really anybody available with size. So right now, I'm like, cool, Patty Mills, low risk, high reward signing. Because one thing about Patty Mills, man, obviously he was around with the Spurs when the Spurs beat us in the finals 2014. Man, he was killing. And Patty Mills and Danny Green, both in that series, were absolutely torching us from 3. Thing about Patty Mills, bro, he's a very, very good shooter. Can shoot the lights out the ball. His shooting ability is really what's going to get him on the floor. Can't really defend anything. That's the only problem with his game, is that his defense is not that great. But he can run your offense and he can shoot the ball. So whenever you need some shots, whenever you need some shot making, Patty Mills can do that. DeLon Wright and Patty Mills are, I would say, polar opposites. DeLon Wright is more of a defensive guard who's a slasher. Patty Mills is not really going to slash to the rim. He's going to be shooting the ball. And he's going to be playmaking. That's what his role is going to be. So we signed 2 point guards that have contrasting roles, which I do like. We have all bases covered, especially with Terry on this team. If Terry's not playing well, you can throw either DeLon or Patty in. This team is deep. This team is very deep. The only concern about me with this team is the fact that it doesn't have much size. That's the only really concern, especially at that front court. Jovic, I don't know if he's going to be ready in the playoffs. We'll have to see. I hope he is. He might be. Then we might not have any problems at all. But apart from Bam and Kevin Love, not really sure about the size on this team, So that's why I wanted to see one of these signings be somebody with some size. But Patty Mills and DeLon Wright, I cannot complain. Kyle Lowry gets turned into 3 point guards: Rozier, Patty Mills, and DeLon Wright. And I thought that he did a good job with this. I'm not sure if Patty Mills is going to get much run, but in situations that we need him to, if we need a 3 or if we need some shots, he will stay ready. He's a professional. He's a veteran. He's been a champion before, so he's a champion. He knows how to win a championship, and he's a guy who can knock down the shot. So he can definitely benefit off of the drives of Jimmy and Rozier and Tyler, the playmaking of Bam. I do like him flying off screens. So I don't like him defensively. That's the only really weakness in his game to me. But apart from that, I think he can be a solid contributor to this team with his shot making ability from 3. So that is the full roster of the Miami Heat, man. Extremely, I don't want to say extremely excited, but I do want to see extremely interested, because I don't want to say that. I don't want to see how this works out. This is the full team we're going to be having for the playoffs. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it again and again. Apart from the size, I don't really think there's a big weakness of this team. I think the shooting has been addressed. We have Patty Mills now. Not that we were shooting the ball bad, but we have extra shooting. We have guard defense now, Rozier and DeLon. Terry can guard a little bit, but DeLon's an absolute lockdown. We have the shot making with Terry, Tyler, and Jimmy. We have Bam. The 4 position is the biggest thing, and right now Jovic looks like it's gonna be him, and he's been hooping, man. He's been hooping, and you got to give him credit. So if Jovic, because I think he's the X factor, because if he shows up in the playoffs, then you eliminate any concern about size, because he is a 7-footer legit, or 6'11" player who can do a lot of things on the court. So I think he is the guy where if he plays well, then you have a solid chance of actually winning it all, because apart from the size, I don't really see any big glaring weakness of this team. Now, I wish that one of the guys that we had signed was like a Thaddeus Young or somebody like that. I'm not sure what Otto Porter is doing, and I'm not saying Otto Porter is extremely big or anything like that, but he's a forward. He's bigger than Patty Mills or DeLon Wright. So that's if I had like a dream offseason or dream buyout market, I must say, then I would say one of them would be like a Thaddeus Young, one of them would be like a Patty Mills, DeLon Wright type player. But not complaining with Patty Mills and DeLon. I think they both can contribute massively to this team when need be. Now, DeLon hasn't really been getting much PT since the Sacramento game, which we were having a bunch of players out. But with Terry back into the lineup, they haven't been using DeLon that much, and that kind of makes me a little bit concerned about if they're actually going to be used at all, because this is without Tyler Hero in the team. So when Tyler comes back, that's even more minutes at the guard position that you're going to have to distribute. So this team is very deep. It's very deep. You know, obviously you have your starting five with Terry, Tyler, Jimmy, Jovic, and Bam. But off the bench, you have Caleb, you have K-Love, you have Duncan, you have Jay Rich when he's healthy, you have Highsmith. That's already 5 players. I haven't even named DeLon Wright. I have not even named Thomas Bryant, and I'm not named Patty Mills. That's 13 players. That's 13 players that are legitimately playable. So it's on Spo to figure out, you know, what his rotations are going to be. I prefer that he goes based on matchup. So if we're going against like a bigger team, like the Celtics, or not the Celtics, like the Cavs, like a bigger team like the Cavs, then you would want to play more size. But if you're going against a team like the Bucks, I feel like Patty Mills would be a great addition in that series, because he would thrive off the drop coverage that the Bucks run. So, like I said, man, I think Spo, with the amount of options that he has, because this might be the best team that we have on paper. I know that we are only the 7 or 6 seed or something like that, but on paper, I think this is the best team that we have had in the Jimmy era. Apart from maybe 2022 was really good, but apart from that, we overachieved in 2020, and we definitely overachieved last year with the rosters that we had. So that's on credit to Spo and Jimmy and the team for doing that. But as far as talent is concerned, I think this might be the most talented roster, or at least very close to it, that we've had in the Jimmy era. So Spo's gonna have a lot of options that he can choose from as to, you know, what he wants to do. I hope he makes the right decision. I have full confidence that he will. Shout out to him, by the way, for winning Coach of the Month for the Eastern Conference. Well deserved. And yeah, it's gonna be on him to figure out, you know, who he wants to play. Again, I think he should go matchup based, but I think Patty Mills brings a good dimension at that guard position with his shooting ability and his ability to run the offense and his championship experience. And that locker room presence, I think, will be something that shouldn't go under the radar, man. He's a champion and he will help us. But yeah, that's all for the video, man. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see y'all later as always. Let me know what you guys think about Patty Mills signing in the comment section below.